Hey there, this is Tutus from Porky's Boys.
And I'm Farley. Today we're going to give you the top 10 managers in wrestling history. At number 10, we actually have a tie between Paul Ellering and Miss Elizabeth.
I don't consider Miss Elizabeth a manager. I just consider her a wrestler's girlfriend.
The title doesn't matter.
Right.
And you can call them managers, valets.
And the reason Paul Ellering is so low on the list is because the only thing that we associate him with is the one team.
The Road Warriors.
All right, at number 9, we have Captain Lou Albano.
I mean, if you're managing the main event at the first WrestleMania,
Right.
that's got to get you in the top 10, I would think. At number 8, we have Sensational Sherry. I don't know how you could dispute that. She managed so many good...
You proved your point after
Randy,
we discussed
the
about
Macho
it.
King,
I got it.
Shawn Michaels, Booker T,
I get you.
Ted DiBiase.
It makes sense. You proved your point. At number 7, we have Mr. Fuji.
This guy managed numerous people during the golden age of wrestling. He was definitely one of the biggest people during that era, right?
Right.
I mean, Demolition, Powers of Pain,
The Orient Express were the most distinct ones that I remember.
At number 6, we have Freddie Blassie.
Classy.
Another old, classy Freddie Blassie, another old school guy. What I remember mostly about him is he was Hulk Hogan's manager when he came into the WWF as a heel.
Correct. At number 5, we have Paul E. Bearer. This guy is only known for Kane and Undertaker, but he's got to be there. I mean, he's an icon.
Just being the Undertaker's manager during the first quarter of his career, so it probably is enough to get him on this list. And he's pretty high on the list. Before the Undertaker stuff, he was a big part of a lot of the other promotions. At number 4, we have Paul Heyman.
The most annoying voice in wrestling.
He's incredibly annoying, but that's what works.
He draws your attention.
He draws heat because of his annoyingness.
Brock Lesnar! All right, now here's where we get to the part in the countdown where these three were above and beyond everybody else, in my opinion. I mean, the next one may be a little bit lower than the first two, but still way up there on the list. You can ask anybody about your favorite managers or best managers. These three will be on everybody's list, I believe. Number 3, we have Jim Cornette carrying his tennis racket around with the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express.
Jim, I definitely remember the Midnight Express. I remember when he was Yokozuna's, what do they call him, his executive consultant or something like that?
Didn't matter what you called him.
Yeah.
Just him carrying around the tennis racket in his loud mouth. He's similar to Heyman. Very similar to Heyman.
And if you want to hear entertaining stories now and shoot interviews, you watch him. He's amazing.
He's the one to watch.
Number 2, we got the man we met a couple weeks ago, Jimmy Hart.
Anyway, numerous people he's managed, carrying around the megaphone. I mean, everybody knows this guy.
Yeah.
Great success with almost every team he's had.
He managed Hogan and Brutus Beefcake in WrestleMania 9. Before that, he managed the Hart Foundation, the Fabulous Rougeaus.
The list goes on. I mean, there's so many.
Earthquake and Dino Bravo, so many good.
And at number 1, top manager of all time, Teddy Long. Ha! Just kidding. Of course, it's Bobby Heenan. Who else would it be?
Of course, the number 1 guy is Bobby Heenan. Not just because he just died either. I mean, he was... I think 99% of wrestling fans would say he was the greatest manager of all time, I would think.
Yes.
He has that iconic voice. That voice was what made him so funny and noticeable, and he couldn't talk at the end of it.
He was funny. So. If you listen to him commentating, he was great.
He was a great commentator, too. Yeah. Yep. I mean, Bobby was one of a kind, really.